Trying not to sound crunchy when wearing a pad. Girls of Reddit, what's the female equivalent of trying to hide a boner? What's up, my bros? Welcome to another story time from your favorite narrator, Andrew. You're going to love today's story. Since you're already here, can you do me a small favor? If you enjoy this video at any point, can you hit that like button? If you do, I'll reward you with an all-inclusive trip to Cabo. Anyways, no more distractions, let's start the stories. As a breastfeeding mother, when my husband gets me excited, my boobs leak. My girlfriend answered this. Your cooch starts pulsing like a heartbeat and is very distracting. Getting underwear stuck up your crack or vag and having to do a sort of wiggle to get it loose. When you are on your period and feel a giant blob of dark blood egress, and you hope it absorbed into the pad and not stain your clothes. Wearing a bra that's thinner than you thought and having your nipples stick out. I've held a book or a file up to my chest like an anime schoolgirl clutching a love note. The real answer to this question is realizing out of the blue that you might leave a blood stain on whatever surface you're sitting on and shifting around uncomfortably to prevent direct contact. The fear of damaging another person's property is considerably more potent than shame. Trying to hide erect nipples, it's not necessarily cold outside or in a situation where I'm turned on, they just do it. Also, sometimes you just get really wet down there. Fabrics that show up sweat patches also show up other wet patches, they are also in the places you can't always see. Sometimes my nipples decide they'd like to let the world know they exist. And I just can't hide them. They'll be noticeable through padded bras and pullovers. No, I have small nipples and no effing clue why they do this. It's not related to my cycle, nor to temperature. They just have bold days. How about the condensation on a chair after standing up? That strip of moisture that is accumulated due to the moist environment between your legs? I know it's from that and is normal, but it always trips me up. I just don't like it, lol. Also, do guys do this? Edit. Wow. Thank you, fellow Redditors, for the awards. I was unaware so many people had the same issue and that so many people struggled with this alongside me. Y'all are the bee's knees. Thank you again. Definitely agree with the period stain, but I am here for some advice. I work with kids with severe special needs, and so I am very familiar with unwanted boners. We obviously recognize that it's a natural occurrence, but also not something we want our students to be laughed at for, or occasionally they will try to start other actions to fix it. Our solution is to have the kids wash their hands with cold water up to the elbow. It makes it disappear right away 90% of the time. Physical exercise, it pumps blood to the muscles being used, away from the penis. Think flexing the arm for 30 seconds, or squatting, or push-ups or sit-ups. Takes a few seconds. Edit. Upper body muscles may work best, as it pumps blood away from your nether regions, your loins, your genitals. Edit 2. Maybe not push-ups cause your meat will take a beating, ha. Also, someone mentioned glute thigh muscles can be really effective, perhaps due to how close they are to the problem area, thereby affecting it faster. Also, the larger the muscle, the more blood it pools away from your erection. Hiding normal discharge wet spots. I dunno if it's just me, but mid-cycle I cannot keep my underwear dry to save my life. Add yoga pants to the mix, and voila, looks like you pissed yourself a little. Can't believe I had to scroll this far to find this, it's the worst. Although I manage to largely avoid uncomfortably wet underwear now by removing it all in the shower each morning, used to happen almost on the daily, but now hardly ever, been a lifesaver, lol. Edit. I hope I'm not too late to say it now, lol. I remove the discharge in the shower every morning, so it doesn't come out later, works like a charm. Edit 2. Someone under here called it the daily finger scoop, and that is 100% accurate. Hiding a period stain or hiding the pain on her face from period cramp when in public. While I was still in the office a few months ago and was in the middle of a sentence to a couple of male co-workers when I had a bout of the most horrendous cramp imaginable. The first one hit out of nowhere with a stabbing pain that caused me to stop in the middle of a word with a huge involuntary intake of breath, audible double over and clutch the desk for support. All completely involuntary. I was embarrassed, but their immediate reaction was concern and understanding and making sure I was okay. OMG, are you okay? Have you got terrible cramp? In addition to reassuring comments about their wife and girlfriend suffering the same thing, so as to let me know they were used to it and okay talking about it, discreetly asking another colleague for painkillers as I had to sit down to write out the waves of pain, and making me a cup of tea. I love working with good, kind, grown-up blokes. Putting a jacket around your waist at school because you're self-conscious that there is blood on your pants during the time of the month. I'm a guy, but I have a funny story about this. I work with a girl and she came into the break room one morning wearing some velvet pants in a wine sort of color. I said, "Hey look, you wore your minstrel pants today." To me they looked like something from a minstrel show that you would see at a Renaissance fair. I could tell by the panicked look on her face that she didn't get the connection. Then she looked down and quickly left, and that was when I realized that she must have heard menstrual pants. And I start saying, you know, minstrel, like in a traveling lute player. So we had a good laugh about it later, but I've never seen her wear those pants again. The awkward moment when you're talking to someone and feel your period start, or just random sudden flow during. Bonus, one time while I was talking to my boss, the front clip on my cheap bra actually just randomly snapped. One time in 8th grade, I am sitting in English class. There was a sudden whoosh by my ear through my hair, which made me jump. Thought it was a fly or something. Several class periods later, the kid behind me taps me on the shoulder to say, "Your tag is sticking out of your shirt." I feel back where my tag is, it's inside my shirt, whatever. I get home and turn into the bathroom in front of the mirror where the strap of my convertible bra is clearly visible, dangling out the top of my shirt and down my back. It came unhooked and I walked around all day like that. Ada. Apparently there are a lot of men that don't know what a convertible bra is. It's a medieval torture device still in use today, a strapless bra, like just the cups and band that goes round the back, with little hooks in the front and back, so you can attach bra straps or move them around in different configurations, halter, one strap, racer back, etc. Straps are supposed to come detached, but not as projectiles of pubescent embarrassment. Getting your period when you're not expecting or springing a leak. No one wants that stain on the back of their pants for everyone to see. Having to wear an audible feminine hygiene product. Some honestly sound like you're wearing a plastic bag in your underwear, but if you get caught out sometimes you're reduced to wearing one. You spend the rest of the day trying to move as carefully as possible so not to make too much noise. One that I've found out recently. When you're breastfeeding, you go out for whatever reason and then you leak through your bra and through your shirt, and you just have giant wet patches on your chest. It's horrifying. Oh Jesus, the breastfeeding one. I'd be in the grocery store, someone else's baby would cry, and the floodgates opened. I wore a lot of patterned shirts because the patches aren't as obvious, and perfected that subtle forearm press to get my body to get a clue. It also tends to happen when you're happy about something. The most extreme version is the taps coming on during sex and damn near drowning your partner, but it doesn't have to be that good a time. I saw a trailer for a video game franchise I like and drenched the front of my nightgown. Trying to sneak a pad or tampon into the restroom without people noticing, especially if it is in your locker or bag. Does it really bother people that much that women have to hide it? Or is it more of an embarrassment thing? Genuine question, I don't mean to be rude. I never felt embarrassed talking about menstruating. I talk openly about feminine products and birth control with my female colleagues. But I don't like the idea of everyone around me potentially knowing when I'm on my period. I kind of equate it to having a stomach bug and getting diarrhea. It's not like you can't talk to people about the concept of food poisoning, but in the moment, I'm just going to tell people I'm sick in a vague way. I don't want people to think about me crapping for an hour, and I don't want people thinking about my having a bloody vagina. I also know that most of the time, if I notice that I've bled through my jeans or that I have a faint period odor, it's so slight that the people around me don't notice it. I notice those things quickly when I'm on my period because I'm looking for that to happen. I don't want others around me to be more observant of blood stains or odor. The other reason is that I've experienced male co-workers treating me like a child when they know it's my time of the month, and if I was ever worried about something during that time, they would take me less seriously because they assume it's the hormones. Honestly, I probably overthink these things, but better safe than sorry. Thanks for watching. What did you think of the story time? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any more story times.